Cooler Master's new keyboard replaces your gamepad. We're here at Computex checking out Cooler Master's brand new low-profile gaming keyboard.
This is the first of two new keyboards.
This is the first of two keyboards. Stand by. The cooler things after this, but I still want to show you this. Low-profile cherry keys, brand new announced. Mechanical cherry reds, but low-profile RGB. Cooler Master says this baby will come with full RGB, and this is cool. It'll be wireless with a dongle and will run in RGB mode on battery for 2 hours with full RGB and 4 hours with the single color. Pretty cool.
So why don't everyone use thin profile?
Why doesn't everybody? Because only 3 vendors, I'm told, are going to have access to these low profile keys. Cooler Master is one of them, which is cool, pretty cool, because I don't think it makes sense to put a low profile key switch into a full profile. This is like those really crappy Apple keyboards, except it's a mechanical switch. I like it, and the fact that it's wireless and will run RGB on battery is cool.
Does that mean we'll see it in laptops?
You will probably see this in laptops. In fact, I imagine this is similar to what we are seeing in laptops. There are laptops with mechanical. But what's really awesome is Cooler Master's new MK850. Now the secret sauce is standard Cherry MX keys all around. Yeah, you've seen that, not too excited.
It looks normal.
It looks normal, but these lit up keys, QWER ASDF, feature aimpad technology. You're going, what the hell is that, Gordon? I'll tell you what that is. That is analog capability in a digital switch. When you press your mechanical switch, it's either on or off. You know what it's like. You try to drive a game in GTA 5, you make a left, you turn, and you run over the old lady on the street. Most of us don't do that intentionally. Some of you do. What the aimpad does, it's an analog. It actually has aimpad technology that has an infrared sensor inside. So it senses the depth. You push it a little bit, it moves it a little bit. Just like an analog joystick. You move it left a little bit, it goes just a little bit. So, rather than just a simple on and off or left and right, you press it halfway, it's like turning the wheel halfway. You press it all the way, it turns the wheel all the way. So, of course, they tell me it takes about 30 minutes to acclimate to this. I'm not so sure. Like for me, I like to just mash left, right, up, down. With this, if I'm flying a plane, I suppose, or flying a helicopter or driving a car in a game, you might be able to just kind of, just shave your fingers a little bit, just try to wing it, just try to push a little bit, and give you a little more fine-grained control over most of the vehicles.
And you were saying about dust being a potential issue?
So the interesting thing is, these are the only keys that have the aimpad technology. The rest are just standard Cherry MX keys, and the reason for that is, this is new technology. Cooler Master says, hey, you know, we want to start out slow, make sure it all works. One issue with this is the IR sensor. If you get dust inside that shaft, it's going to mess with the depth sensor. That could be a problem. So Cooler Master says they know we all eat our Cheetos and then we play our video games. That food gets into the keyboard. They have sealed up the keys really well to try to keep them tight, but you know, they don't want to do every single key with that. And honestly, you don't really need it with everything. I could see maybe expanding it to the cursor keys, because some people like to drive vehicles with their cursor keys, but it's kind of cool because if you play a game and you transition from your shooter to a vehicle, some people actually will pick up an Xbox controller to fly a jet. So with this, you should be able to fly a jet with the same control that you would get out of an analog joystick controller.
Does this give a further edge to keyboard and mice players against joystick controllers?
Yes, this is like the best of both worlds. This is what Adam should use. He could get his joystick controller and he would get it in his keyboard. So I'm actually interested to try this because I got a problem because I'm not really used to controlling my fingers. I just jam them onto the keyboard, so I'm not so sure I have the strength and the dexterity. My fingers are only pressed it a little bit. So I'm really interested to see how this works out. But I can really see the advantage because we've all driven cars and planes and helicopters and games, and you swerve off and crash. So the price though, not known, but I think it's slated for Q3 of this year. Find out more information and a full review of this keyboard on PCWorld.com.